Hey, let's go. We're in the home stretch of the fantasy baseball season, Major League Baseball season 2. We are back this week to discuss strategies to help you win your fantasy league. But as we always do, we begin the show by asking you the question, where else would you rather be than right here? Boom! Right now. You are looking live at our split studios. This is Fantasy Baseball Now, episode 53, the Rod Martin edition for our show, part of the Ball9.com podcast network. I am Sean, and this is Mike. How are you?
I am well, thanks. Episode 53. I can't believe it. As we are in the home stretch of our 72nd collective year of fantasy baseball. Some are playing for 2027. Some of us are still trying to cash in. As we talk about Major League Baseball, fantasy spin, especially a little football tonight as a preview, as the league where they play for pay kicks off on Thursday night, and Dallas gets to finally see a Super Bowl ring. Unfortunately, they'll be placed on the fingers of the Philadelphia Eagles. So in addition to the little NFL, which we will close with, we'll talk about strategy for the last month, particularly category chasing and where it makes sense and where it doesn't. Plus our normal start 'em, sit 'em, who's hot, who's not, go get them, cut them, a look ahead to next week, and some banter about all things baseball. As I make my picks tonight and you see the players I picked, you're going to think I maybe was overserved this past weekend, and I'm just not thinking clearly, but
absolutely nothing wrong with being overserved.
I was way overserved.
That's a good thing.
No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't a good thing at all. It was no, it wasn't a good thing.
Right.
It wasn't a good thing. And my eye was off the ball for my team on the weekend, and that didn't help me.
By the way, in a little while, I do want to get into the Yankees a little bit. They got a really tough stretch coming up. Are they the team that rolled everyone last week, the bad teams? Or are they going to handle some of the potential playoff teams? We'll save that for later.
Well, I hope Aaron Boone wasn't taking coaching tips from Coach Belichick last night down in Chapel, as Chapel Bill got run out of fucking North Carolina. Thank God.
Yeah, okay, so go to that. I know Vitale was all over that. Was that really a bad look to him getting away on a day off to go down there and not focusing on his shortstop being a bad baseball player?
His son's on the staff.
Okay.
It's an off day.
Okay.
I mean, Yankee fans are a riot. It's the biggest stretch of the season. They got 3 games with Houston. It's a revenge game. What the hell's he doing? How come he's not sitting around fucking up the lineup for the 133rd game this year? I mean, shut up.
Okay.
If it was anybody else, you wouldn't even know he was there. You think all the rest of the players were sitting around in Houston yesterday telling, Kevin Campfire stories? No. They were hanging out with their families before they had to get on a plane.
Okay.
The guy's going to spend time with his kid.
Not the end of the world.
No, I mean, the way he manages half the time, you wish he'd miss his flight and somebody else. And Brad Ausmus took over for a couple days.
All right, let's
get the biggest thing you got to complain about. Like, really? I mean, I know Yankee fans hate Aaron Boone, and I'm not a gigantic Aaron Boone fan, but like, come on, it's ridiculous.
All right, let's talk September.
Yeah, it is September.
The challenges of September.
The witching hour, as we'll hear at 4:00 on Sunday in Red Zone.
It can get very challenging. There's moves you have to make that sometimes don't feel natural, like benching a certain player that might have had a great year, but he statistically doesn't necessarily help you, or even in a head-to-head league. It could be a terrible matchup, not a lot of games. Somebody could be a better play if he's got a full 7-game slate, and the White Sox and the Orioles on the schedule. You can't get emotional about players, and it's numbers over names this time of year, and it sucks because every decision you make could win you or cost you a league at this point.
Yeah, head-to-head in particular, the one that the one that is the hardest one to wrestle with is starting pitcher.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
my God.
because you can win a week and lose a week with those two starts from that. And I don't care who it is. I don't care. It doesn't matter who it is at this point in time. Anybody, I mean, as guys get to end of innings limits, and now you've got guys on your, because of so many injuries, you're pitching, you've got guys in your roster that you're like, I don't really want to play this guy in the first place, but I'm going to anyway. And you throw him in there for two starts. Like Jacob Lopez cost me a week 2 weeks ago after he was on fire for a month before that. Kikuchi cost me a week this past week, and he pitched great until this week. So it's like the two-start pitcher thing. You almost feel compelled that you have to start him in head-to-head. Whereas in Roto, unless you're hundreds of percentage points from picking up a spot in WHIP or ERA, you're not, like, those are almost impossible categories to chase in the last month. Holds, saves, wins, strikeouts. Yes, you can chase those categories and you can load up and you can make up ground. It's like OPS or batting average on the offensive side. Almost impossible.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible.
We've talked about this though. In like the one category I always caution people, because I've done it, is if you're in a 5x5 league, you know what, I'm going to start 4 relievers this week, 4 closers, and try and chase saves. Getting a save opportunity is not a given, right? It's like chasing net wins or just plain wins. That's hard to do too, because you could lose a game 1-0, and it's a lot of variables go into that. And now half the guys don't even pitch 5 innings anymore. And those are very difficult categories to chase, because if you do start chasing them, you could end up leaving yourself exposed on the back end of other stats that you're not getting.
Right. Like chasing saves can still get you wins, but can kill you for strikeouts.
Yes.
Because the other part of the strategy now is who's in it and who's not. Right. So is it going to be easier to rest younger players, or is it easier to bench guys that are on expiring contracts that you know you don't have any plans for, to play younger guys who have been in your lineup all year? Or is it just easier to see now? It's a little bit less maddening with the new September call-up rules than before, when you could call up the entire organization. Like you could have 53 guys on the bench. Now you only get to call up one pitcher and one hitter. Yes. So you're not in as much jeopardy of losing that. But like the Phillies is a good example. The Phillies would be a great example. So if you're in a league that has holds, you want Jose Alvarado in your lineup right now, because he's going to get hold opportunities and maybe a couple save opportunities. But in the middle of the month, because he's not eligible to pitch in the playoffs, in the middle of the month, they're going to set their bullpen, and he could be completely out. Like he could be completely out of the. He could be pitching in like he could be 5th inning. We need you because Taijuan Walker got lit up again. Like he could be that.
Yeah.
Or do you roll the dice and go out and grab Walker Buehler right now and hope that maybe they can fix him, because the Red Sox couldn't?
He's been really, really bad. It's the other part about this is, and this is where working the wire really matters. You know, we'll get into our who's hot and who's not and all that stuff in a little while. And there's some prime guys that are great examples of if you play too close to the vest, it could blow up on you. To me, winning leagues is hard. To me, go for it. If your gut says a guy's going to screw you over, go make a move and go get somebody and take a flyer on a guy that's been red hot for a week or so and just hope it continues.
Yeah, I mean, the guy. Neither of us had this person as who's hot, but I almost did, and that was, of course, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I can't think of his first name off the top of my head. And that was Jackson from the from the Orioles,
Yeah.
who's playing. I mean, he's been hot. He's playing in the outfield and playing a little bit of infield with Westberg hurt again. Like you might as well go get him, because what's the worst that's going to happen? He cools off. The guy that you're sitting is already cold.
Exactly. You know, the danger is that they find themselves on your bench, but
but that danger happens no matter what.
You can't second guess. To me, you got to go. You got to go, and you got to play it. You got to go for it. I mean, if a guy sucks and a guy's been killing you the second half of the year, all right, I'll bring up a guy. He's my who's not guy, Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease has still started in 81% of leagues.
That blows.
You better really need strikeouts if you're going to play Dylan Cease this time of year, and not be able to get hurt in all those other categories. Because
that's not even a guarantee with him anymore. You got to get through 3 innings to compile strikeouts.
Yeah,
he's not good.
No, he's awful. But he stays in the game. I think people fall in love with those strikeouts. Look, it's not easy to gain an ERA and whip and all that stuff. But if you're in a really tight race, they can blow up on you. And in head-to-head, I don't know how you can possibly play the guy.
No.
He's a negative point value waiting to happen every single time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of who, like, I mean, if you're out of it, I get it. If your trade deadline's passed, I get it. I get all that.
Yep.
If you're fighting for a playoff spot in head-to-head, every at-bat matters. Every inning pitch matters. Every run a lot. It all matters. And 2 bad starts will kill you. Two great starts will help you win. You may be better off picking up points and relievers in head-to-head right now because they're going to pitch all the time.
Yeah.
Because teams are, especially on good teams, because they're trying to win games, you might be better off with, instead of having a crappy starter or a middling starter, you might be better off with 2 really good setup guys who are going to pitch 8 innings this week and allow nothing. I mean, Jason Adden, until he blew his leg up last night, he's the perfect guy to have at this time of year. Those are the guys at this time of year that you want to have. Like the good Devin Williams, not the recent Devin Williams, the David Robertson before last night, David Robertson, like those guys who have been allowing nothing. If they pitch 5 days and they pitch 5 or 6 innings, you might not have a start. You run the risk of having a starter pitch 6 innings and 2 starts and being minus 18 out of those 2 starts.
Absolutely.
Very easily. Hello, Robert.
Robert is here. How you doing, buddy?
That's
all as well.
So let's go to who's hot. I can't believe I did this, but I did it.
Wow. Double Mets.
I know. And your guy's pitching really well again tonight.
I watched McLean pitch. It's the first time against Philly last week. I hadn't seen him in his other starts. Man, I was shocked they let him go 8 innings. He was unbelievable. He's only started in 55% of innings or in leagues. If he was on my team, he's in my lineup. I mean,
I don't know why. I don't know who's not starting him. You must have a really deep pitching staff.
Yeah, he's 3 starts. His ERA is 0.89, WHIP of 0.69 with 21 Ks and 20 and a third innings. He's the type of guy. This time of year, you catch lightning in a bottle, he can help you win a league. And the Mets are playing really well right now. So if wins are a thing, the way he's pitching, he's a great candidate to get that. Right now, you can make the argument with his team playing so well, he's a 4-category pitcher. And that's as good as you can do.
Yeah, like he's literally saved their season. Because starting wise, I mean, Manaea, no. Holmes is running out of gas. Peterson got completely obliterated the other day. Senga, you don't know what you're going to get. Actually, you do know what you're going to get. It's not good. I mean, without him right now, they're in trouble. And I still think they're in trouble. I still think they're in trouble in the playoffs with their starting pitching, if they make it.
Yeah, the Reds have kind of. I don't know if the Reds are going to catch him. I thought they would have a week ago.
Yeah,
Soto is
they
really
make
good.
too many mistakes.
Yeah.
They strike out a lot. Good God, they strike out a lot. They strike out a lot.
So you're saying they strike out
They
frequently?
strike out a lot. I mean, I thought the Yankees struck out a lot. They strike out a lot, man. They are
Yeah.
they them and the Angels. They both of those two teams. They don't mind missing the ball. That's for sure. And then for me, Mark Vientos has saved a lost season. He saved a lost season in the last 3 weeks. He's 295, 8 homers, 21 RBIs, and 13 runs scored. He's back up to 79% owned. He's only 65% started, which is mind numbing to me, given that third base is so weak.
Yeah.
But he was a dynasty guy off last year, and he got off to a horrible start. A horrible start. I mean, he's only got 15 homers on the season. He's hit 8 of them in the last 3 weeks.
How many times was he traded or cut in our league the first 4 months?
5 times. He was available to be picked up for a long time.
Yeah.
He was waiver eligible for a very long time. He was on the injured list at least twice because I have him in my National League only league. But recently, as they've gotten hot, so has he.
Yep.
And that's, I mean, that's a good problem for them because Beatty's cooled off, but they need him. They need him to be a good hitter in that lineup, and now he's starting to be a good hitter. And that's the bottom of the lineup was terrible for a long time, and now that he's hitting, they're off to a pretty good start. So he's still floating out there. I don't know why. I don't know how he's not in the 90s for ownership, given how he's played the last 3 weeks. But that could also go back to, like, I hate that this happens, but it does. Like, I'm out of it. Nothing's going to change. If I finish 10th, 11th, 12th, 8th, 9th, it doesn't make a goddamn bit of difference. I'm not spending any time picking up players. I'll set a lineup, and I'm going to go with what I got, and it is what it is. That happens. And I'm not going to pick up Mark Vientos, and he's not a dynasty guy for me in a 5-player and a 5-keeper league. He's not. He was fringe last year, but he's not. So I'm not going to rush to pick him up when I might be better off rushing to go pick up if Bubba Chandler's available. Let me grab him and put him on my bench, and let's see what happens next spring when they come out of wherever they are, Winter Haven or wherever they are these days.
We made a trade earlier in the year. You talk about just absolutely nothing. Vientos for Josh Young, right?
Yeah, it was a nothing trade.
That was wow.
I just wanted him off my team, and you wanted Young off your team, and we were right to do it.
Yep.
And neither of them, and we didn't. Nobody won that trade.
No.
It just made us continue to flounder at third base all year.
Pretty much.
And you already touched on your who's cold, but please continue.
Seriously, why would you play him? His ERA is up to 4.81. It's going up. It's not coming down. He's not getting any better. I know he's got a high strikeout rate, but can you really afford this time of year when you're trying to win a title? Guy, he's 6-11 win-loss record. Not that that's totally indicative of a pitcher, but it's indicative of him because he's been shit this year. WHIP 1.34. His ERA 4.81. It doesn't offset that strikeout rate because he absolutely kills you. And again, in head-to-head, I would love to see the split on that 81% that have him active. How much of it is a 5x5 and how much is head-to-head?
That'd be good to know, wouldn't it?
I would love to know that answer because he has just had a crappy year. He's having the same year he had in Chicago when I kept him a few years ago, and he was absolute dog shit. So he's killing him. And again, he's got to be killing fantasy owners because everyone's still playing him. That's what I said earlier. Focus on the numbers, not the names. Not this time of year. Early in the year, you want to give a guy a chance to kind of figure it out. And you leave him in your lineup and you hope that this is the week it gets together. You can't do that now. You could do that now if you're in 12th place like I am and you want to go pick up a guy in your favorite team just to watch him for a few weeks, but not this. I'm all excited now.
I know why, because because Todd brought out advanced analytics, and every time I see it, I see FIP, XFIP, and XERA. I just hear Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard. Is that why?
Yeah, right.
Well, the guy who was right has the same friggin' stats. I mean, he's 7-13. He's got a 1.29 WHIP and a 4.74 ERA. And he's got 169 strikeouts and 142 in the third innings. They both play on teams that are good teams, so I guess I got to have him active. At least he's only 59% active, but he's 90% owned. And his last 4 starts, his ERA is 5.73. He's getting completely torched. And his start is down this week because at 90%, I guarantee you he was in the 70% started last week. Guarantee it. I wouldn't even have him. I wouldn't even either one of these guys right now. I wouldn't even tempt myself to have him on my roster.
Yeah,
because I'd be tempted to play him, and I know that, and they'd kill me because they were both good once. Not this year.
Yeah, I want to go back to this comment from BU or Todd, whatever you want to reference it. Those might be right? The FIP, all that stuff. But the results haven't been there. So what is it to make someone think they're going to get there in the next 4 weeks? Some guys just have really bad seasons.
I'll dovetail that because when Volpe was in a 1 for 33,
yep,
somebody posted like 13 at bats, whereas expected batting average was like 340. And my response is he's 1 for fucking 33.
1 for 30.
I don't care. I don't care what his expected batting average is. He's 1 for 33. Like the metrics are the metrics, and the metrics are great for arbitration and they're great for a contract year.
Yeah.
But the simple reality is that you have to perform. And while the metrics tell you that you could turn it around, they also just make you nuts. It's like you're looking up reasons to like a guy by finding one stat that makes you like him because he coulda, woulda, shoulda. Like coulda, woulda, shoulda. Like Joey Gallo coulda, woulda, shoulda. Now he's a pitcher. Like, I mean, you like.
That's where it's tough.
The only player right now his exit velocity is matching his productivity is Stanton. Because nobody hits a ball harder than O'Neal Cruz. But you got to be on base. Like you got to actually hit the ball. So when you strike out 17 times and 30 at bats, I don't care what the other 13 results are. You're already at risk for hitting 120. So I think that's the other part of it. Is that to me the swing and miss rate's the most important.
Okay,
that's the most important because if they're not making contact, period, they're really in a slump. And why are they playing? And the same with pitchers. What's the swing and miss rate? What's the swing and miss rate? So if your swing and miss rate's high, and both of these guys you would expect to have pretty good swing and miss rates because they're both well over a K an inning pitcher. But that just means that the rest of their stuff is no good. Like that just means that they're like that just means that the rest of their, like every other metric you look at, if a batting average against is 278, that's not good for a starting pitcher. That's not good at all. Especially when there's one guy in the National League in 300.
Yeah.
One.
That's incredible.
Jack Flaherty. Jesus.
That seriously is incredible.
And the Tigers are in a good thing they had a big lead.
Yeah.
Because they are not playing good baseball right now. Not at all. So who do we replace these two guys with? Oh, there's a couple guys. Wow. First of all, I thought your guy retired.
He's 23.
I know. Seems like he's been around for 13 years.
He's ranked 24th in CBS the last 14 days, hitting a measly 432, 3 homers, 8 RBIs, 2 steals, 10 runs scored. Again, you find the hot hand and you try and ride it out and hope he stays hot and can help you. And if he helps you for 1 week, great. If he helps you for 2, even better.
You only need him to help for 1 week.
Exactly. He's the kind of guy you jump on to ride that wave. I've said it all year, and this is a perfect example with a perfect time of year to focus on that.
Yeah, and for me, those scrappy Chi Sox, man, Uncle Ted was right. They're much better than either of us thought they were going to be. I mean, Shane Smith, naturally, he's 4-7 on the season because he pitches for the White Sox. But he's got a 1.21 WHIP and a 3.81 ERA, and he's about a K an inning guy. But in his last 4 starts over the last 3 weeks, in 24 1/3, he's got 19 Ks, but his ERA is 0.86 and his WHIP is 0.86. And his ERA is 2.22, and he's only 38% owned.
Wow.
Like, all right, I need a pitcher this week because I don't want to pitch either of those 2 knuckleheads that we just talked about. Why don't I go get Shane Smith? And the matchups don't matter because their schedule hasn't been great.
Oh, they're an underdog no matter who they play. Do you think he's a victim of guys just looking at him and seeing CHW next to his name and moving on?
Yeah. Yep. I do.
Makes sense.
I do. It does. It does. I mean, maybe offensively, they're starting to get a little bit more like their guys are getting a little bit more of a look on the offensive side because they have been scoring some runs outside of Lewis Robert. And we've talked about some of their guys in the last month, but it's hard to take their pitching seriously. But then when you really dig in, like, they're not losing, except for when the Yankees routed them for 3 games. Like, they're not losing 13-2. They're losing 4-3, 5-4, 10 innings, 11 innings. Like, they're very scrappy. They're very scrappy. They've got a lot of really young players that are hungry and they're playing like it.
Yep.
And my guess is that Shane Smith's record would be better if their middle relief was anything, because that's where they're the weakest. The middle of their bullpen's really bad. Really bad. Because anybody that was any good, they've already moved. They got picks and prospects for in the last 2 years. These 2 nitwits. Holy smokes. One of these 2 guys was an all-star.
Yeah.
And the other was the big free agent signing that was going to make up for Corbin Burns.
Yeah, right. Well, the Javi Baez thing, we kind of were shocked when it happened, right? When the good part happened. Things tend to balance out from time to time, but
his last 3 weeks, he's hitting 222 with no homers, 4 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. And he's not playing, and he's sitting a lot.
And a lot of swings like that one right there.
Like that one. That's indicative. And if year to date, if he's 11 homers, 51 RBIs, and 52 runs scored, what was he at the All-Star break?
Yeah.
Like what at the All-Star break? Clearly, he had most of those stats in the first half. He's still 47% owned. Time to do to him what should have happened a long time ago. Get him off your roster. Just get him off your roster.
Yeah. And then you got Tomoyuki Sagano.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he started in 20% of leagues. Someone's got to finish last, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right. So the ERA 4.41, that's bad. The WHIP 1.32, that's bad. If he had a Dylan Cease strikeout rate and all that FXP and all that stuff,
he doesn't have any of that.
He's not even close.
He doesn't strike anybody out.
He's got 95 whips and 140 innings. And last time that's checked, I don't have my abacus hand. The people at 518 Bookkeeping would tell us That sucks. That's just not
It's
good
not
enough
good.
in this day and age. I mean, my God, the striking out guys is not the most difficult thing in the world these days.
Tim Wakefield's ratio is higher than that.
Yeah, so Tomoyuki, okay, he's older. He was the big fish that the Orioles landed in this disastrous offseason that led to this, but he has no value. No.
No, so there's no point.
Correct.
There's no point in having him because if you're tempted to play him, he's not going to help you.
What was the numbers on Shane Smith as far as being owned and started?
He's 38% owned and 24% started.
More people own Sagano than Shane Smith.
Yeah. And his and Shane Smith's whip and ERA are literally half.
Wow.
Literally half.
That's rough.
That's not good. It's not good at all. All right, let's take a quick peek ahead to next week when we really get to it.
Whoa, wait a minute. Did hell just freeze over?
Yeah, I told you.
Record.
I told you. I started with a Met as who's hot. And I'm ending up with a favorable hitting week from those dipshits in Massachusetts.
I am stunned.
And I wasn't going to. I love them in Oak. I love them in Sacramento. I love them.
Of course. Yeah, who wouldn't?
But given the fact that the Yankees can't beat them right now, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously I hope I'm wrong about this, but I'm not. I'm not. Because I'll take the 3-game the way there it would be like Mets against Phillies, and that's coming up next week too. It's hard to not stack Mets against Phillies and Red Sox against Yankees, given the result so far. Yankees have lost 8 in a row to the Red Sox. Phillies have lost 9 in a row to the Mets. Those are real numbers.
Yeah.
Those are real numbers. So not good. Not good at all. I'm not a Gavin Williams fan, but I do like those matchups.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Guardia, don't call us Indians. But yeah, we'll take the Royals. You think they're going to make a run there, and then you don't think they're going to. And the White Sox are always a good matchup, so why not? Williams he was a guy who really came into the season wanting. He had a great spring training and everything, and then he got off to a rough start, but he's gotten it together. I think he's worth a flyer now. You need a 2-star pitcher in a head-to-head league. If you can get him, he's a great ad for that. And the hitters go to the Cubs. They got a lot to play for right now. At the Braves for 3, and Tampa at home for 3 is a real good matchup for them. They're trying to get things going here for the playoffs.
Yep. And I like Brax. I don't know where they keep finding these pitchers, but Braxton Ashcraft, since he went into the rotation, I mean, on the season, he's got 48 Ks and 52 and a third innings pitch, and his whip is 1.15 and his ERA is 2.58. He just joined the rotation when they nuked Andrew Heaney.
Yep.
He's still only 29% owned. He's been really good as a starter. He's only going to go 5, maybe 4, but 5. They piggybacked Bubba Chandler off him or Burrows in their last 2 starts. So there is a risk that he's going to be a quasi opener.
Yep.
But he's not going to hurt you. And he's going to strike out. I mean, if he goes 5 innings, he's going to strike out 6 or 7 guys in those 5 innings.
I had him on my team.
He
was on my team for a cup of coffee, and I cut him when Caglione got brought off the IL the other night.
I mean, if they sign any bats, now they have 7 runs. They have 8 runs tonight against the Dodgers,
The Dodgers.
Yeah.
Been a thorn in the side of the Dodgers.
I mean, Yeah, they have been a pain in the ass to the Dodgers. And they do,
Who
but
knew?
they do have 8 runs tonight, and Bubba Chandler did get touched up a little bit tonight,
Yep.
finally. But Burrows, Chandler, Skeens, Ashcraft, Keller, like they're set up for a pretty decent rotation. They just need some bats. They called Nick York up, who played 3 games at first base in the minors, so they decided he's a first baseman now. He got called up. He was their offensive call up. And they've been playing they and the Orioles have similar records since they made managerial changes. So not as bad as it looks on the whole.
Yep.
What it looks like on the whole is what it looks like on the whole. It's not great, right? They're both, the Orioles are 14 games under and the Pirates are 16 games under going into tonight. It is what it is. But since they changed managers, they're both closer to 500 than not. And they both played really well. Both teams have played really well at home since those managerial changes. I mean, the Orioles, since I think July 1st, are playing close to 600 ball.
Really?
Yeah, they played pretty. Yeah, their offense got healthy.
Yep.
All right. Total segue, right?
Yeah.
Since we both done 11 fantasy football drafts in the last 10 days, and you're in one, and I still have one to go.
I have one tomorrow too.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I had a bad one the other night. Just now tonight, I didn't get Ashton Genty or Brock Bowers. I feel very incomplete.
Yeah. Well, you got a better chance of winning because of it. So, all right. So we have some similarity. In our NFC and AFC championship games. We have no similarity in our Super Bowl lineup, and no similarity at all in our Lombardi Trophy winner.
Correct. You go first.
You when you were trying to figure out you were lamenting that you took Patrick Mahomes, which I almost dropped my phone when I saw that.
I can't even trade that piece of shit Kermit the Frog.
You took him, which is amazing, but you
I
said
can't even trade him.
But you said if I trusted Stafford, and if Stafford's healthy, there's not really any reason why the Rams don't go to the Super Bowl.
If Stafford was healthy, I texted you this morning. If Matt Stafford was healthy, his back is sore. He hasn't even gotten tackled yet.
I know. He's playing week 1, though.
If his back was healthy, I'd have picked him to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there's not.
I think Puka Nacua is going to go crazy this year.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Well, I think Devontae Adams is going to go crazy too.
He probably will until he gets a hospital ball thrown to him and he whines like a bitch.
That's a possibility.
Like he's prone to do.
That's a possibility. I think this is Lamar's year to finally win a Super Bowl. They scare me. They upgraded their defense dramatically. The back end of their defense was awful. It's not anymore. In fact, it's really good.
Yep.
And I know they play in a division that's going to be a brawl, but they still get Cleveland twice in that division. And I can't pick the Bills. I can't. I don't want to. I won't. I can't. There's too much history. I don't think they can beat the Chiefs. That's why I have the Chiefs I think they can beat the Chiefs in the regular season. I don't think they can beat them in the playoffs, and there's enough evidence to support that. I like the Green Bay pick, just especially, we'll see how bad Micah Parsons' back is, but
I'll tell you what,
defense is really like Clay Matthews rebooted.
I'll tell you what, the guy who's going to make a difference for them, and I picked him tonight in my draft. I love the Matthew Golden pick.
I like that kid too. He's
Well,
fast.
I think he's going to be an offensive rookie of the year candidate.
Yeah, I
I'm a
agree.
big Jordan Love fan. Josh Jacobs had a great year for them last year. They're very well rounded. They finally added a deep threat there on defense, and yeah, I think Green Bay's going again. If Stafford's healthy all year, I like the Rams. The Ravens, yes, it's there. It's all there for them.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Well,
But and it's the same about the Bills. If not now, when for Lamar Jackson? He just doesn't. He's not the same guy in the playoffs.
but with
And I don't believe it's just defensive scheming. I think something's just not right with him when he gets out. I'm not going to call him a choke artist because he's too good of a player. But he's not the same guy in the postseason that he is in the regular season.
the only one of these teams that can withstand a quarterback injury and still have a half a shot is the Rams.
Yeah, they got Jimmy Garoppolo back.
I know, but I don't put I have a lot of faith in. There's not as big a drop off from Stafford to Garoppolo as there is from Mahomes to whoever, Hurts to Sam Howell, Allen to Trubisky or whoever's backing him up, Love to whoever the back. Oh well, I do like Malik Willis, but I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's going to win you a playoff game.
No.
And who cares who the backup is in Baltimore? If Lamar gets hurt, they're done. Their season's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same. I mean, him, Allen, and Daniels are and Hurts to a lesser extent. Allen, Daniels, and Lamar, if any of the three of them get hurt, their team's season is over.
Pretty much, yes.
They have the ball in their hand like an NBA point guard. Like they're in complete control all the time. Mahomes too. Like that. Like everything goes. It's one thing to say the quarterback's the most important position, but with those four teams, it's the most important position. It's by far the most important position because they're more like point guards than they are quarterbacks because they run, they throw, everything's on an RPO. They're making all the decisions on the offense, all of them. I don't know. Look, if the Jets win 7 games, I'm going to be thrilled. I'm going to be thrilled if they win 7 games. I am. I'll be thrilled.
10 for the Raiders, by the way. 10.
They will not win 10. I'll take the under on that with you put a
10.
number on it.
I am 10.
They're going to go 1-5 in their own division. That means they're
no. Are you kidding me?
No.
We'll split with the Chiefs. The Chargers are so overrated. It's scary. The Broncos got Bo Nix on a second-year regression. The Raiders go 4-2 in the West.
The Broncos might have the best defense in the NFL. They might. They might. They very well might. I hate him. I don't like Sean Payton. I don't like anything about him. He reminds me of Steve Spurrier too much.
Yeah.
Too much. This is a good distraction.
Since
our baseball teams aren't great, it's a good distraction to.
This is true.
I'm going to back into the playoffs and head-to-head on what's shaping up to be a 3-game losing streak going in. Here's an important tip: don't lose Zach Wheeler and Nathan Eovaldi in the last 2 weeks of the regular season when you're trying to win a head-to-head league.
Yeah, I was 9-4 in that league, and I've won 1 game since. And that was against you on a miracle rally because Jorge Lopez blew up.
Yeah, really did blow up. Blew up.
That's
and then went on the injured list. So I don't even know if he's hurt. If they were just embarrassed for him and they're like, yeah, we're gonna tell everybody you're hurt.
There you go.
We're gonna tell everybody you're hurt.
That's funny.
I'm just trying to see if Colson Montgomery homered yet again tonight.
Oh, I know. I might have blown that one again.
So McLean's final line tonight is 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 2 runs. And they're winning 12-2, so there was no reason for him to pitch any more innings.
Yeah.
I mean, they scored 6 in the top of the 7th, so he had a long break. There's no reason for him to pitch any more innings than he pitched tonight.
Yep.
And he's a 2-start pitcher this week.
He's been great.
Which means that should be Sunday, right? Against do they not? Well, it says Senga. Maybe he's not. They play Cincinnati. I guess not. It looks like Senga and Hunter Green on Sunday instead of McLean, which would set him up to be a 2-start pitcher next week. Yeah, he'll be in Philadelphia Tuesday night. I think I'm going Wednesday night, the 10th.
Are you?
I think so.
You want me to send you my Met cap? You can wear it for the night?
Yeah, please. I'll take a shit in my seat. I'll fit in. I'll fit in with everybody else. I'll fit in with everybody else in the stadium.
Good.
I tend to not go to Met Phillies games, if I'm being honest.
They get a little silly there.
A little. It gets a little heated. Is that the right word? Heated?
Yeah, I can see that.
Even as the temperature drops. There was some humor in Philadelphia today from the defending Super Bowl champions, who asked that people that don't have tickets to the game not go to tailgate on Thursday night.
Why is that?
That's not going to happen. There's going to be 130,000 people down there Thursday night.
Is that a thing? People go down?
Oh, there was.
I prefer tailgate parties more than
friends
games.
Went down to a preseason game just to tailgate.
Yeah. Okay.
Tess and her friends tailgate with no tickets every home game. That whole group, they go down and tailgate. Nobody's got tickets. They watch a first quarter or maybe the first half on the big screen at Xfinity Live, and then they hop on the subway and they're back home for halftime.
Really?
It's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, it's like they're not even looking for tickets. They're just down there to tailgate.
I haven't gone to a game in a while, but I quite frankly, I used to enjoy the days we go rolling up the Meadowlands at, was it 10 o'clock for a 4 o'clock start? We had to stop that practice.
Yeah. Wisely
That's
so.
just not a good idea.
Terrible idea.
And that was when we were in our prime.
Yeah. It seemed like a good idea when we were doing it. It really did.
In theory.
It really did. 2.5-hour drive back. Catch a little nap in the parking lot till the security guard.
Give you a little tap on the window.
Yeah, tapping on the window. Hey, hello. Like, Jesus, yeah.
That's when we had to ban Saturday games.
Yeah,
no more Saturday afternoon games.
No more Saturday afternoon games.
All right.
That's a good old day about wasn't tailgating the best and most sober part of the day.
I don't think any part of the day was sober, personally.
It's the good old days when you could show up with no tickets and somebody'd give you one because they were so bad.
Yep, the Rich Kotite era.
The Rich Kotite era.
All right. So
I still say that the Adam Gase era was worse.
Forgot about that already.
How could you?
All right. So next week we're going to move to Wednesdays, right? That we good with that?
We can. Well, that means if I go to the Phillies game, it'll be Tuesday. Yes. Okay.
All right. Yeah. The athletics is starting for the boys, football for Liam, and Noah's got his deal starting next Tuesday night. So
we move to Wednesday.
We're going to move to Wednesday for a little while and see how that goes.
We'll move to Wednesday for probably the rest of the season, right?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. You got it. Right. Thanks, Bob, for joining us. Thanks, Todd.
Thanks, Todd,
Appreciate it.
Throwing some alphabet soup at us. That was.
Now I got to go find out what XFIP is and XER. I don't follow that shit.
You don't want to know.
No, I just give me my 5.
Ping Not Guy Eddie. He'll explain them.
Give me my basics and let me have at it.
See if you can get his head to explode.
All right, and we're still waiting for the music police to catch up with us on this stuff. Because like they did the Ozzy tribute show, they hit the Lost show.
Yeah, I'm still mad about that.
Fantasy Baseball Now, the lost episode.
The
All
lost.
right. We're out.
With the Nixon tapes. See ya. Peace.
See ya.